In this video, we will be working on the no-till loofah garden that will grow up the hoop house structure. Leave a comment below with any questions. Thanks!
So in the previous videos, we laid down cardboard and then added these raw meal wood chips on top to prevent weeds and hold moisture in. Now I'm using an X-Acto knife to cut a spot for the I almost said garlic, I love garlic. And then I have this tool, it's a garden auger, and I'm gonna drill and make a nice hole. And like right here, I have a perfectly spaced hole because I don't want to disturb the roots. So I want to be able to place the plant right into the ground without disturbing the roots.
So we have covered the whole south side with cardboard and wood chips. Now there are some vine weeds toward the back coming through the cardboard because they are just like that. And so later we'll have to pull those out. But the wood chips and mulch do help a lot with the weeds, because if you would have seen last year how many weeds grew in this hoop house, you would know that we have a hard road ahead of us with keeping these weeds away. So we're working on the loofah no-till tunnel, and right now what I'm doing is getting the loofah plants for us to plant. Okay, so I'm going to carry some of these bad boys out there to plant. On the side that you can see, there is no cardboard or mulch, so it is growing tall with weeds, and we are going to attempt to cover those up soon because we don't want them to take over. So what I'm doing is laying the cardboard, and later we are going to get some more mulch to cover that up. Today we are planting loofahs. We have a whole high tunnel we are devoting to planting these, and we hope they'll climb up the whole top and we will produce lots of loofah. So the loofah plant does not like cold, so you have to wait until May in our area. We're in like zone 6A, and they do not like the cold, so you want to give them a head start in a greenhouse or in your house, and that way they will make it the full maturity days till harvest. Loofahs do not like to be transplanted, so we planted the seeds in something small, and then we transplanted them once into these like gallon or quart containers. I don't know what size they are, but then we direct plant them. And now we are putting wood chips in the greenhouse, and right here I'm preparing some fertilizer so I can fertilize the loofah. It is important to water your plants no matter what kind they are right when you plant them. And it is much more simpler and efficient if you do not water seeds, but plants, to let them root in faster and be healthier, you should really water them when you plant them. You will also want them to get water 2 or 3 more times in that week you first plant them. In our case, we got 2 really good days of rain in that first week of them being planted, and so they were watered in and they got rooted really good, and they are doing really good right now. And that's all that matters, giving them a good start and a good chance to surviving the summer. So the loofahs have been in for probably like a week, and that's the peacock. They are all doing pretty well. That is a weed / tree. That might be poison ivy. Then we have another tree. But all the loofahs are alive, and whenever it's dry, and they've been watered in, so that was super helpful thanks to the rain. But it's super weedy down here, so I'm going to try and pull these weeds and feed them to the chickens. We're going to start with the weeds on this side and then work along the cracks, and in the middle there are a few weeds in between the greenhouse and the hoop house. Then we're going to try and lay down the cardboard and mulch over there later. But this vine weed came through the cardboard and mulch, so that's what I'm going to work on. But that's kind of what the loofah are looking like. If you use wood chips in your garden, you definitely need to remove those the next spring when you plant. Like make a little hole so that your wood chips don't go into the ground where you're planting and steal the nitrogen from that plant or seed you planted. If you have a garden and you don't have chickens, you need to get chickens because the chickens will eat all the weeds for you after you pick them and then they won't come back. This might sound really weird, but I actually didn't mind pulling out the vine weed that I did. It was almost fun, but if you do so much, it is not fun. So I'm gonna take a break and enjoy the adrenaline I got from pulling the weeds. And then when I feel like it, I'm gonna pull more because sometimes it just goes with the mood. And right now I'm feeling a little tired of that, but I think I got 4 or 5 buckets and the chickens are feasting on it. They get let out during the afternoon, but they're penned up for the day time, and so they are enjoying their greens and bugs, and it's a nice way to get rid of all of these horrid roots of the vineweed. I hope you learned something from this video and found it interesting. Please subscribe so you don't miss our next update on the loofah tunnel.